what are the tools in the hands of the government of the day for management of economy of a nation. So we understand it very clearly and without any doubt in our mind that the role and responsibility of government of the country is to ensure well-being of all its citizens without any discrimination whatsoever. This is the fundamental for the economic administration and for good governance. For good governance and good economic administration, this is the fundamental principle. And what is the fundamental principle? Fundamental principle is it is the responsibility of the government of the day of the nation, and that is to ensure they take care of well-being of every citizen without any discrimination whatsoever. विदाउट एनी डिस्क्रिमिनेशन व्हाट्स एवर। तो अब सवाल ये है कि इकोनॉमी को एडमिनिस्टर करने के लिए व्हाट आर द टूल्स अवेलेबल विद द गवर्नमेंट। नाउ if we have to understand what are the tools available with the government for the economic administration of an economy, we first need to understand which are the two prime agencies which are responsible for the efficient management of an economy. And these two prime agencies for the efficient and effective management of an economy, number one is the government of India itself and number two is the Reserve Bank of India. यानी कि पूरे कंट्री के इकोनॉमिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन की जो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, that responsibility lies on two shoulders. Shoulder number one is the government of India and shoulder number two is the Reserve Bank of India. Now, once we understand that these are the two agencies who are responsible for efficient administration of the economy of a nation, let's understand what are the tools available with them. So, when it comes to the government of India or the government of the nation or government of the country, the tool which is available in the hands is known as fiscal policy. The government of India tries to achieve efficient management of the economy by using the fiscal policy. So before we discuss as to which are the tools available as part of the fiscal policy with the government of the country, we need to understand what are the objectives of the fiscal policy. Fiscal policy के objectives क्या हैं? तो मैं आपको बताऊं, फिस्कल पॉलिसी के ऑब्जेक्टिव वही हैं जो कि गवर्नमेंट ऑफ द नेशन के हैं, यानी कि देश की जो गवर्नमेंट है उनके जो ऑब्जेक्टिव हैं वही ऑब्जेक्टिव फिस्कल पॉलिसी के भी हैं. सो व्हाट आर दोज ऑब्जेक्टिव्स? दोज ऑब्जेक्टिव्स आर नंबर वन, अचीवमेंट एंड मेंटेनेंस ऑफ फुल एम्प्लॉयमेंट. So please remember, this is the responsibility of the government of the nation to ensure full employment. And that is how all the governments would always do everything possible to ensure full employment. Only differentiating factor is some governments, unfortunately or incidentally, will make a gross violation of the fundamental of their responsibility. And that is, instead of being responsible for every citizen in the country, they, for the purpose of vote bank, start discriminating among the people, and that is how they fail in performing their prime duty. And if you ask me, this is one reason as to why our economy suffered for so many decades, because our leadership, unfortunately or incidentally, were not focused on the well-being of everyone in the country. Rather, they were interested in the well-being of people selectively. And why is that so? Because of the politics of the vote bank. That apart, the fact still remains the same, that it is the responsibility of the government of the country and also the fiscal policy, and that is to achieve full employment. यानी कि जो आदमी काम करने लायक है देश में उसको जॉब देना ये गवर्नमेंट की जिम्मेदारी है, और उसके लिए गवर्नमेंट को वो करना चाहिए जो जिससे कि ये पर्पस सर्व होगा. Number two, the second responsibility of the government and of the fiscal policy is to maintain price stability. So जो भी the inflation है or prices of the products which are used commonly and otherwise, it is the responsibility of the government to to manage the price stability. Number 3, equitable distribution of income and wealth again is the responsibility of the government of the nation and government of the day. And what they have to also do, that means they have to ensure equitable distribution of income and wealth by ensuring availability of opportunities to everyone. So, and that is where again a government will be failing in its duty if the government is indulging in discrimination while making the opportunities available to different people in different way, and which is wrong. So that is the third objective, to ensure equitable distribution of income and wealth by making opportunities available to everyone. And the fourth objective of the fourth responsibility of the government is acceleration of rate of economic development, and that becomes the objective of the fiscal policy. That means through fiscal policy, the fourth objective that the government tries to achieve is acceleration of the rate of economic development. And remember, friends, that is why today our we in our country are thinking in terms of $5 trillion economy. So why are we thinking in terms of $5 trillion economy? We are not thinking in terms of $5 trillion economy because that number looks good. We are thinking in terms of becoming a $5 trillion economy, because if we do that, we automatically provide impetus to the rate of economic development. And please remember, when the economic development happens in the country, spread out all over the country, then automatically everybody starts benefiting, and everybody starts living a good life, everybody starts enjoying ease of living in the country. And so these, friends, are the four objectives of the fiscal policy. Now, these are the four objectives of the fiscal policy.